everyone, Yōkai here. Today I'm going to be watching the 10th episode of Ore Monogatari, also known as My Love Story. And last episode we had a pretty important episode because we had the big old birthday thing with Yamato, and the hard decisions Goda had to make, but in the end he did manage to have some birthday fun with Yamato, and it definitely was quite fun, the bakery, that whole thing. But we also were able to make time to help support Suna, like a good friend, so overall, I'd say he handled the overall day pretty well, and Yamato got there as well because she's also Suna's friend, and, she had to be there too, as well, yeah. So that all happened. We also had something that was a little bit surprising with Suna just, looking at Goda and Yamato and, thinking that it's pretty nice, He said "ine," which I thought was funny just because that's, on Japanese Twitter, when you click the like button, that's what they call it instead of, just Ine, I found that mildly amusing. But yeah, they really just jumped on that, jumped to all sorts of conclusions oh, he must want a girlfriend too, which is that's a possible interpretation of what he said. But I did think it was a little bit conclusion jumping, but it is certainly progress, because he hasn't really shown much interest in that up until now, so it is certainly something. But that was last episode, so it does kind of feel like we're moving past an arc now, the little arc has been completed. So I am curious to see what's gonna happen next. So let's jump on in. 3, 2, 1. Yes, you are. Good to hear. Oh, nice. So we're just going on a walk, I guess. A mountain walk. As always, a shirt's on point. I'm surprised she was able to make one big enough. Well, that's how we start our day. And there we go. She really should get her hair out of her eyes, because it looks like she can't really see in that shot, and she's running, so it seems a little bit unsafe to me. I do like how Suna's included on the cake. My mountain. There are many like it, but this one is mine. No distractions today. Gotcha. That makes sense. Allow me to carry with my pinky. Food? At least I was right. Right, the essentials. I mean, I'm sure Goda can eat a decent amount, so sure, it's fine. Summit 2 kilometers. Definitely a decent day for a picnic. If we make it. Want me to carry you on my back? Or my pocket? I should hope so. I mean, yeah, hike to a picnic. She humming the opening. That's nothing to apologize over. God, she's cute. So I've heard. That is definitely actually a pretty nice spot for a picnic. As long as you're not afraid of falling off, which I would be. Yeah, you work up that sweat. Oh no, is it gonna go after because it's shiny? Oh, that's okay. Now what? Not the brooch, but well, I guess it's part of it. But okay, yeah, this is what I meant by dangerous. Yeah, good thing he's here. You know, the bento really wasn't that important. I would have used the other hand to grab the cliff. But that's just me. Jeez. Well, I mean, I actually was going to comment earlier that if he fell, he'd probably be fine. I guess we actually get to test that theory. He definitely is taking the brunt of the impact. She might be stronger than she looks, but I don't think she could have taken that. It's got to be a long hike to get back up there. Priorities. You just want to have the picnic here? At least we can't fall down here. Well, let's not panic, guys. She got lost somewhere. I mean, she's gonna try to set you up with... What you up with him? Indeed. So he did notice that he's not here. I thought she was gonna ram into that foot. So wrong. So many ways. I mean, he doesn't have much to do when they're not around, does he? So did we not bring a map or a compass or something? I think it's a bird's fault. Don't feel bad. That bird was an asshole. Going full King Kong. Nice. Yeah, seriously, you should have one hand grab the mountain. I feel like that would have objectively been a better choice than saving the bento. He really does straight up look like a gorilla with his like general stance and stuff. He definitely is amazing. The whole night's just the two of us. Yeah, I knew that Futari Kitty was coming. I didn't think it'd be like, you know, that fancy of a background, but... Yes, I will protect you. Did you have to phrase it that way? I feel like that's Beast. We're just destroying random twigs, aren't we? You know, in some shows I would worry that they get attacked by a bear or something, but Goda could handle a bear. How about she holding you back? Are you hungry? Yeah, I guess we technically did not get to have our picnic, so might have to just do that here while you can still walk. He needs to get his strength, you know. Wow, actually is. Look at those faces. It's like a mustache and mouse ears. Is that supposed to be a mouse with a mustache? I'm not sure what that was supposed to be, but it was definitely very elaborate, very fancy. I always want to go back and take a good look at that overall picnic setup. Even like stars on whatever that is. And that makes sense if you're like stranded, you know, lost. You want to conserve your food. That makes a lot of sense, actually. Yeah, she's still thinking about that. I mean, yeah, first night alone together as a couple, some real doki doki can happen there, especially if it is your first relationship and all that. But I've got no indication that Goda's worried about such things. Are we building a temporary home here? I love how she's just... I don't even know the best word for it. Oh. Okay, she's about to explode, dude. What are you doing? Is that like an anti-mosquito field you're like generating? Nights. Yoru. It's 1903. It's already dark too. Please answer it. It's probably important. At least now they know. Oh, they're gonna come to the wrong conclusion, aren't they? Yeah. They're trying to follow, but it's based on a misunderstanding. Is that what that was supposed to indicate, Bath? I guess because like the scrubbing, I thought it was like scratching, like you got bit by a mosquito. Good thing she's more perceptive than I am. They're just losing their minds. I love the one girl just hands on the head. But yeah. We should definitely talk to Suna because, you know, he should know Goda well enough to know to be able to guess more what's going on. They say after the picnic, technically they didn't even have the picnic. Meanwhile, at the Godas, still not worrying too much about their child not being here. She said it twice, and yet the subs only indicated it once. That mildly bothers me. If she said it twice, have the subs say it twice. It's common sense. Okay, I guess Suna's not really all that worried either, currently. So, what do we do next? Okay, let's not get too lewd. I know it's just a two list here, but... Yeah, I'd be surprised if she wasn't. There's a lot of reasons to be. Did you send something? A bear, perhaps? Oh no, a boar. Okay, I mean, he can still handle it. Let's go. Battle of strength. And we also got dinner for tomorrow, so... You know, if we can find it again, Just chucked it like Team Rocket blasting off again. Yeah, just, no big deal. I still would have kept that for food, like, all joking aside. I don't know how long they're going to be stuck out here. He's ready for that bear. But is she? But is the moon beautiful tonight, though? That's the question. It's a nice stargazing. There we go. I love the mental preparation she was doing there. That they are. I'm supposed to say the moon is beautiful, but yeah, except real life. Yeah, she's fine because she's with you. The rest of our lives. That's gonna be a bit much. She can imagine it. Why did we devolve into cavemen, though? Also, okay, yeah, they really did just start a family. I was about to comment on the baby on the back, and then like other kids just ran by him. Those ghosts always revealing their thoughts. And he's just out like a light, no nervousness from him. Oh, too bad he couldn't hear her say that. But luckily we could. What are we doing? Are we, okay. Don't scare her. The whispering. He just missed all the good stuff there. Just slept through it all. Oh, mosquito bites, damn. Yep, she is alive, she's sleeping, she's fine. A little bit of role reversal here. Yeah, in his face, because he'd be the first one she sees in the morning. I'm sure that makes her quite happy. Their first night together is now completed. Okay. I guess he proved his strength against the boar, and now they all acknowledge him as their leader. The king of the forest, if you will. Hopefully we can find a way out of here now, before we get those caveman outfits and children. And just very dirty. Well, yeah. You can't really protect her against mosquitoes all night. It's kind of unreasonable. That's rough, buddy. Well, he's upset because he wasn't able to completely protect her, and she's just happy that she was able to slightly protect him. What a difference in mentality. Probably remind you to use protection. Little fire emoji. You probably should. Maybe clear up some stuff. Yeah. I mean... clearly they should move in together. Are you guys okay? Some questionable sleeping postures here. Kurihara, is that what that said? They're just so eager to see her. You know. Why would you phrase it that way? Why would you phrase it that way? Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, damn. That is quite bold for a first time. That part might confuse them a little bit. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, she was never was that all that worried. If actually encouraged someone else to worry less. It was super effective. Did you worry about me at least? I mean, what's there to teach? Emoticons are used when words fail. That was terrifying. I can see how the words aren't doing it justice. Me too. I guess that doesn't. That was certainly an episode. Yeah, hopefully they both took a bath not too long after getting back, because they both definitely needed it. It was great up until the bar showed up. Is next up my ocean? Is there a beach episode next? I was about to say before I, his face is on that watermelon. It kind of makes me want to smash it more. But yeah, that was the 10th episode of My Love Story. So yeah, last episode was obviously a little bit of a heavy episode. So it makes sense to have a bit more of a chill episode. I mean, I say that, but they did get stranded and lost, so it wasn't like completely chill. I mean, they were obviously a little bit worried, a little bit scared, right? But still, it was a chance for Goda and Yamato to spend quality time together, because they went on a picnic / hike, as a way of kind of like attempting to make up for the birthday and all that. But even though she did try to reassure him that it's fine, he still wanted to do it. And they actually did find a pretty nice spot. However, it's almost like a double-edged sword, where you have like a nice little spot on a cliff where you get like a big old overarching view of the surroundings, but you're also inherently in a dangerous spot because you could fall off and get hurt. So it is a bit of a trade-off there. But we also had a bird. Like, if it wasn't for that bird, this would have been a completely different episode. We would have had our picnic, we would have went back home, it would have been great. But no, the bird just had to be just greedy and selfish and try to steal her brooch and make off with it. And she tried to get it back. Luckily, Goda was there to get her back, or at least try to. He didn't really get her back, but he was able to, make the fall, which would have most certainly been fatal, into a non-fatal fall by taking it with his gargantuan body. So it all worked out in the end. Like I said, instead of grabbing the bento, he should have just grabbed the clip with the other hand. I knew that would have meant sacrificing the bento and, ruining the picnic, but that probably would have been preferable over, possibly dying and definitely getting lost, right? So, hindsight's 20/20, I guess, but I feel like even in the moment I would have made that decision, but, it's what's done is done. But yeah, the good news is it was an opportunity for them to spend more time together because they literally couldn't go home after the picnic. I mean, or at least they were in the process of getting home, but it just took longer because they don't know where they're going anymore. Luckily, Goda, being our gorilla King Kong man, can just climb a tree, get that bird's eye view, and make his way to the road. Also, mostly protect Yamato from those nasty mosquitoes. So overall, went pretty well. I did definitely enjoy just how nervous, how doki doki that Yamato was the whole time, because she's a very cute, innocent girl, and suddenly, without much time to even really mentally prepare for it, suddenly say, okay, I guess we're spending the night together, in nights in a few hours. That's quite a thing to have thrusted upon her all of a sudden. So she spent a little bit of time just trying to process all of that. We also have the friends, which they don't know where she is. I mean, nobody really knows where they are. They're supposed to be back. But some people are more worried than others. I mean, nobody really was all that worried, I guess. But it was great when Yamato's mother called asking where she was, and they did kind of like the typical friend covering thing where you stay out at nights without the parents' permission, and they call a friend to ask, hey, do you know where my child is? Like, oh they're totally with me. They're over there. Like they can't come to the phone right now. They're in the bathroom or something. But they're over there. We're having a good time. Don't worry about it. That classic friend covering thing we kind of had here. And pretty much once we got to that point, I was pretty sure the conclusion that they were going to get to is that they basically went somewhere to intentionally, deliberately spend the night together, not accidentally, without any choice, spend the night together, which is actually what ended up happening, right? So, because usually you wouldn't assume that, but they just kind of, probably had their own mental ideas of exactly how that was all going down, but luckily we got back home, and one of the best moments of the episode probably was just when she was trying to explain to them how the night went, and she was saying stuff in just a very misleading manner. I've definitely seen that kind of comedy before, when double meaning, double entendre, whatever you want to call it, very easily misunderstood lines and phrasing. As soon as we got the first line, I knew we were going to keep doing that, and it was great. I don't care how cliche that sort of thing is. I live for that sort of thing, where the people are just horribly misunderstanding what the person is saying and losing their minds when they're just from their perspective, we're just saying a completely normal sort of thing. It was great. Especially when she mentioned it being outside, because that was definitely something they weren't expecting, right? Usually you would go to a hotel or whatever, but doing it outside was quite bold for sure. So that may have been the best moment of that little scene there. But also, Goda is now best friends with the local wildlife. That's good. But and then a little bit of texting at the end there. But I definitely get the impression that they like each other. After watching the episode, I think I can say that pretty definitively. But even if he can't always express what he's feeling in words, he does his best. But good stuff. Fun episode. And they both made it back alive. No having to resort to living off the land for the rest of their lives, which is definitely good. So thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Until then, bye-bye.